Welcome to Alex Going Radio. Ep.3. Wait a second, can I say something? When I was smaller, like 2 or 3, I could flap my arms, was really hard and jump. I could kind of start floating for a second. I just go, but now I can't because I weigh more.
Did you know that a group of zebras is called a dazzle?
You are listening to Alex Gordon Radio.
Hello, I've got a question for you. Would you rather have leopard spots or bird feathers?
I would rather have bird feathers because then I would stick them to my arms, then I'd fly.
I'd rather have leopard spots because in my opinion, they look cooler, and I think it'd be fun to just walk around with spots all over your body.
I'd rather have bird feathers because then I could have a pretty tail or something like that.
I'd rather have leopard spots because then I could hide everywhere without anybody seeing me or anything.
I'd rather have the birds of a feather because then you can fly because of feathers on a bird's, that's how they fly. I'd rather have leopard spots because bird feathers would get very annoying, tickle my nose, and then I would sneeze a lot. And with leopard spots, I could be a leopard for Halloween.
I would rather have bird feathers. I would look like a leopard if I had leopard spots and everybody would be afraid of me.
I think I'd rather have leopard spots because it'd be like having a really cool indigenous tattoo. And I'd have to preen my feathers also. I feel like I get ruffled enough without having feathers.
I'd rather have bird feathers because then I could flap with them and see if I could fly. I'd rather have leopard spots because that would be fun. I'd rather have birds feathers because then I will be able to fly. Ooh, I'd rather have leopard spots because I love big cats, but especially tigers. I have pictures of tigers all over the house. It's true. My name is Josephine and I'm 10 years old. And I'm a tiger. I have orange and black stripes and a tail. Just kidding. Well, I started liking them when I was 6 when my mom and dad let me read Calvin and Hobbes. It's a comic book. Then my liking tigers exploded. So I have a tiger costume at home that I made. Tiger pictures all over the house. And also I've made some pretty good tigers that most teenagers couldn't draw. I think anyway.
Alex Gordon Radio.
And now it's just time for some poetry. How about a smidge of poetry? Poetry.
I'm Julia, and this is a square pumpkin, a haiku. Sitting on your porch. Different, not what you'd expect. An orange pumpkin. That's it. 10.
Poetry.
Sidewalk paint.
The sidewalk, we call it sidewalk paint instead of sidewalk chalk.
We've been experimenting with what makes color and what doesn't, and we found we tried using flower petals, berries,
and chalk and spices. We're making paint with them. We're not really sure how long it lasts, but we've been like, because it will dry out, but then you can add water to it and it'll make it into the same thing it was, is what we've usually found. Because we start with some kind of powder or something. We've started using powdered sugar, which works really well to make it paint-like. And when we're done so we do that, and then we use whatever color we're using and add water to that, and it makes a paint, like a sticky kind of paint thing.
Once we put it on the ground, because it has chalk in it, it'll last for a long time until it starts raining. And then once it rains, it all washes away.
Sidewalk chalk goes a long way. Sidewalk chalk pictures have a lot to say. Sidewalk chalk, now a little goes a long way. A little goes a long way. A chimpanzee, an elephant, and a purple kangaroo. Images of everywhere from Boston to Peru. Underwater explorations deep beneath the blue. I couldn't think of anything that I would rather do. Sidewalk chalk goes a long way. Sidewalk chalk pictures have a lot to say. Sidewalk chalk, now a little goes a long way. A little goes a long way. Alphabet and hopscotch, some games of tic-tac-toe. Artistic renderings of people that I know. The sun is out, life is good, and I'm going with the flow. I couldn't think of any place that I would rather go. Sidewalk chalk goes a long way. Sidewalk chalk pictures have a lot to say. Sidewalk chalk, a little goes a long way. A little goes a long way. A little goes a long way. A little goes a long way.
Did you know that butterflies can taste with their feet?
Bloomin' onion, you're listening to Alex Gordon Radio, mate.
Ooh, you can hear that, couldn't you?
Well, what time I get up? 6:30 every morning, Monday through Friday. But I get up and I go downstairs, and usually Mom's there. And I eat my cereal for breakfast, occasionally eggs and sausage. Then I go up and brush my teeth. And then I get dressed. Usually I have a couple minutes to just like play around on my phone or something, and until I have to go out and start waiting for the bus. And then I get on the bus and go to school. And then first I have English language arts, and I go through the English language arts for an hour. Then I switch to social studies, and I stay in that for an hour. I go to art, and I stay in there for 30 minutes. I go to gym, and I stay in there for 50 minutes. Then I go to math, which is another hour. Wait, hour and a half, correction. And then I have airtime, which is like sort of like a break. And then I have 7th block, which is science, and I have that for an hour. And then the bell rings, and I I go down the hallway and get on my bus, and then I ride home, and then I do my homework, and then...
Whoa, back up there. What about your book bag?
I pack up, I go to my locker, get my book bag, come back to science class, and pack it up. Bell rings, I go to my bus, and I come home, and then I do my homework, and then I just have like the rest of the night to do whatever I want.
Do you like what you're hearing on Alex Gordon Radio?
Do you want to hear yourself on Alex Gordon Radio?
Well, you can. If you live in the Atlanta area, have your folks send us an email to alexgordonradio@gmail.com.
If you don't live in Atlanta, don't sweat it. You can be on Alex Gordon Radio too.
Just record what you want to say on a smartphone, Android, Bebop, ZipZip, or whatever you use. You can even record yourself on a laptop. Once you've recorded what you want to say, have your folks send it to us at alexgordonradio@gmail.com.
And that goes for anyone who's 18 and younger.
Alex Gordon Radio is here for you.
So use it.